Oh, what's going on? What's going on? I got a couple minutes before I go in here. These damn patients, or whatever. So do a quick little video. So I don't know. Teo Lopez. He was at the Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant fight, and I guess after the fight, Canelo, he did something big. He became undisputed. He fought a real freaking champion. What I'm saying? The other two dust bunnies he faced to get his belts is kind of like, we all pretty much knew what would happen to those two guys if they had faced a Plant, if they had faced a Benavides, But he went in there, he had some issues, problems, came through, boom, got the belts, undisputed, hats off to him. And then so he's on stage, and we have Teo Lopez, for whatever reason, he's getting up in there with pictures, chest so pumped up, belts around, his arms, trying to flex as if they have accomplished the same things, as if they're on the same level, which is not the case. For whatever reason, he continues to still try to push the narrative that he's undisputed, and still tries to make everybody else believe, like, no, I'm undisputed. No, I'm undisputed. Everybody's saying, nah, you're not undisputed. We don't believe you. You got to fight Devin Haney to be undisputed. No, well, the WBC said this. Well, I'm disputed. We're the same. We're the same. And it's like, no, you're not the same. Not understanding that, I don't know, maybe he should get a book, and go find out what the true definition of undisputed is. Because the reality is that you're not that. What that definition is, you're not that. Right now there's only two undisputed champions. That's Canelo Alvarez, and that is, I forgot the dude's name. It's early in the morning, but whatever. We all know 140 pounds. He's a champion as well right now, okay? His name will come back to my head in a few seconds or whatever. But these are the only two champions right now that are undisputed. And they have one thing in common. When it comes to the WBC belt, the belt that they have around their waist is the same belt that Devin Haney has around his waist. All the other undisputed champions who they've been from the beginning of boxing, the same belt that they have around their waist when it comes to the WBC, it's the same belt that Devin Haney has around his waist. The only thing in this equation that is off is what you have. Everybody else that's been undisputed all have the same hardware. The only person that has anything that's different is you. Like that right there should tell you that, okay, I'm not the same as these guys. All four pieces of hardware that they have, everything's all identical. If you look at Terrence Crawford, anybody else that's been undisputed. If Jermell Charlo had become undisputed, the hardware that's around his waist that would have made that fighter, that fighter undisputed, if he was able to beat Castano, if Castano was able to beat him, would have been his WBC belt, which is the same as all these other guys. The only thing that's different is the belt that you have. You're the only outlier. You're the only one that's different. So that alone should tell you something. That alone should tell you something. Everybody else is rolling around in the Rolls Royce trucks. Everybody, not the Rolls Royce coupes, four doors, or the coupes, the 4 doors. Everybody has a Rolls Royce 4 doors, right? That's what everybody's rocking, right? And you're coming through with the Chrysler. Kind of looks like it, but it's not quite it. It's not it though, So that's just what it is. You don't have the same thing around your waist. You got this quote designation. They gave you this designation that was given to Lomachenko, and then you got that quote designation. That's all, but that's all it is. It's a designation. There's no mandatories. There's no ranking system for it. There's nothing. There's nothing at all for it. It can't even exist in general anyway, because if that was a real belt, they'd be actually violating the Ali, the Ali Act anyway. So that's all it is. What it is a designation. You're not the champion. In order for you to beat the champion, in order for you to have the same belt around your waist as all these other guys have, as far as pertains to undisputed, you have to go fight Devin and get the belt that Devin has. Because then if you get that belt, then now you conform to everybody else that's been undisputed. And that's why you can see when it comes to the other two undisputed fighters, no one's claiming to be the champion over them. No one's saying, nah, I'm that guy. I got this belt. No one has that. You know, no one has that. No one's saying that. You know, no one was saying that when Terrence Crawford became champion. No one was saying that when Jermaine Taylor was undisputed, or when Bernard Hopkins was undisputed. You know, no one was saying that. The only person that's saying the only situation where someone has been, you know, raising his hand saying, nah, you're not this, you're not that, you got to get through me to be that, is you with your belt. Somebody is disputing the fact that you're quote undisputed. Somebody is disputing the fact that you're the only champion in the division. No one else is, you know, disputing that when it pertains to the other two guys. The only thing with Canelo right now is people are saying is like, nah, you need to fight these guys. We need to see you fight these guys. That's it. We want to see you fight Charlo. We want to see you fight Benavidez. We want to see you fight Demetrius Andrews. We want to see you fight these top guys. That's the only thing anybody's saying. It's a question of who people want him to fight. The level of competition we wanted to see him fight, because you fought Plant, that's cool. You know? Okay, the man fans will say, all right, nah, yeah, he's proven himself. Y'all gotta shut up now. Nah, that's not how it works. You gotta continue fighting that level of competition. You gotta still keep fighting the top guys out there, the champions, the pound for pound guys. Those are the guys you're supposed to fight. No one was saying, all right, Floyd fought him. All right, Floyd fought Shane Mosley, top 10 pound for pound, that just knocked out Margarito. He doesn't have to do anything anymore. Nah, they expect, okay, we want Manny. They wanted Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, we want Manny. We want Ricky Hatton. You know, it's always somebody. We want Canelo Alvarez. It was always somebody else. Another top guy. You know, that's besides that though. We still understand that he's undisputed. He's the man at that weight class. No one else can see him. So Teofimo Lopez, I don't know. He's going to have to wake up out of this dream that he's in, him and his father, of them being like some kind of kings of boxing, them being the top guys in the weight division, them being somehow their A-side over Gervonta Tank Davis, who just did $4.5 million at the gate in his last fight. He's going to do who knows what, $3+ million on this particular fight. You know, knows doing pay-per-views, doing numbers, you know. So who knows, you know, what he's going to be able to do in this particular fight. But he keeps on doing this thing, keeps packing up the house. Clearly he's on a level completely by himself when he's in a weight class, you know. But somehow they believe that they're the A-side when it pertains to that situation. They're the number one guys in the division. They're the hot ticket in that division for whatever reason. And they also believe that they're, quote, undisputed. Now, I'm disputed, I'm undisputed. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're at this point clowning yourself almost in a way. You know, you're a man with 3 belts around your waist. It's not 4. 3 belts around your waist. You're supposed to basically be the man right now. You know? You're supposed to be the man right now. And you have people just shaking their heads when it comes to you. Like, ugh. You got people clowning you. That's not good. That's not good. In order to erase all that, though, you're going to have to make some moves. You know, you're going to have to make some things happen. You know, and if somehow you get past Kambosos and you're able to become victorious in that particular fight, you know, you running around from show to show to show and from fight to fight to fight and just talking, that's not going to change people's perception in any way. That's not going to change their mindset. That's not going to change their idea of what they believe that you are. The only way you're going to be able to do that is to get into the ring. Canelo Alvarez, with the level of competition he was fighting, it didn't matter what he said. People still like, nah, dude, the people you're fighting are trash. You know, you're picking and choosing the time frames to fight people depending on what the situation is. Short camps, guy coming off getting knocked out multiple times. Hardcore, you know, fight where you almost got knocked out again, then you're fighting him and you want to fight him like a month, you know, 6 weeks later, you know, all that type of stuff was going on. But when it came to this particular fight with Plant, you know, undefeated fighter, that was well respected, took a lot of, you know, had plenty of time to train, everything, all those other things that were happening didn't happen with this. And he still went in there, had adversity, regardless of what people want to say. He has issues in that fight, but he was able to figure it out, make adjustment, and come out victorious. You know, him doing that in the ring is what made people say, all right, okay. You doing your thing. You know, we gotta respect you for that one. We gotta put our hats off for you for that one. You know, him, what he did in the ring made people say that. Not what he kept saying, you know, in the media or at fights. Okay, he had to do something. And that's the space that Teo Lopez is in right now. You gotta do something, man. You gotta do something. You know, if you want that accolades of being undisputed like these guys, you're gonna have to figure out a way to make that fight with a Devin Haney. Beat him, become victorious, get that belt, that real belt that makes you undisputed, and you shut everybody the F up. That no one can say anything to you, because now, officially, you're the effing man, and there's nothing anyone can say. But, you know, we'll see what he does. But for now, like, subscribe, share. I'm out.